second round action, and we've got here possibly one of the most 50-50 games of the round. Looking through their performances of last year and the performances so far of today, both players have picked up a result averaging 70 and 71, whereas the back end of last year, Jade finding a quarter-final and a semi-final, while Angela 2 semi-finals and a quarter. So they've both had that similar sort of run within them, and both of them, when they've had those runs, have came into the same problem. The same problem most ladies run into. It's called Bo Greaves.
25.
However, looking ahead to the year, looking ahead at what we've got here, we have just had our first big name casualty, Rhiannon O'Sullivan, who has gone out to Bo Greaves. It seems to be a familiar problem. But there's a difference between the wording of a game of darts and a match. This is well and truly a match.
85.
Absolutely, Angela Kirkwood, as you've mentioned, a really, really solid 2025.
100.
Is, of course, a Women's Series winner. Something that not many players are able to say. Of course, we've been going for a number of years now. We've had 108 events in total, just 15 different winners from 6 nationalities, but Angela Kirkwood
140
is one of those 15.
Whenever you look through the records of the players,
85.
you just see them, don't you, plagued by that name Bo Greaves. I bet they'd be quite grateful if Bo decides to prioritise the Pro Tour a little more than the Women's Series throughout 2026.
It was quite funny when we were at the airport yesterday
55.
and she was going through security and a number of other women stood behind her going, "Don't let her in." "Don't let her through." "Give us a chance."
27.
Yeah, Bo Greaves averaging 97 in that win over Rhiannon O'Sullivan as well. And it's not just the women who'll be thinking, "Oh, it doesn't, you know, we'd prefer if she maybe didn't turn up for a couple of these." I'd like to know the thoughts of some of the players she's going to be facing on the Pro Tour on Monday and Tuesday as well.
Oh, I've heard many of them. And they are very, very wary of her, let's say the least, because she's going to be unseeded as well. And she's got the level and the talent and the performance of a seeded player. So
95.
what they were normally known as on the tour is floaters, floating seeds in regards to the performance.
60. Game shot.
Yeah, very solid indeed. An early break of throw for Angela Kirkwood. No messing around there. She did survive a bit of a scare in her opening match. Went all the way, went with throw to the decider. And it was quite a scrappy end to the match. She got it done in 28 darts in the end. No drama attached to Jade's opening match though. 4-0 victory, comfortably through.
Angela's one of those players, though, that probably didn't want the year to end at the back end of last season, was really coming into some good form, had that run to the semi-final, and that's given her opportunities this year. It's given her a lot to play for. Coming into today, inside those match play places, looking ahead, Rhiannon O'Sullivan out, Eileen de Graaf not in the field. So there's a chance here that she can get a little bit firmer in regards to those positions. Maybe not the draw she'd have wanted early on here, but
81.
looking very, very good in the early going.
Yeah, she'll be really keen to make herself more secure as well, because she was in a good position to make a push for last year's match play, and it just didn't happen for her in that final weekend. So she'll be keen to avoid the same drama in the final weekend
65.
prior to the cut-off.
Well, I'm looking at the list of winners so far in the round of 64, and it's exactly what you'd expect. Robin Burnthrough, Gemma Hayter, Noah Lynn van Leuven, Dieter Hedman, Bo Greaves, Katie Sheldon, Vinakainen,
60.
all the names you'd expect to go through, going through. Only Rhiannon O'Sullivan missing out so far. And my sort of early one to watch through again, just Janine Gowan. We'll play Dieter Hedman next, which will be a very intriguing game.
Double 12, what a finish this would be, and she takes it for a level game. Excellent response. Breaks straight back. Angela Kirkwood would have been at the back of the hockey thinking, I should get a look at this.
Oh, world class.
27.
Great finish. And this game really has been all about Angela Kirkwood until that moment, but Jade just saying, remember, I've got the game, I've got the performance, I've had these runs just like Angela has, reaching the semi-final and the quarter-final as of last year, and we can see why. That put the darts back in her hand. She didn't use them with the opening 3.
41.
And unable to follow up there, could instantly hand the advantage straight back here to Angela. And they're the things, aren't they? Doing something great is great. How do we back it up? How do we follow it up? And it's that consistency. That's the difference between the players like Jade and Angela, who are just underneath
81.
that sort of elite of the women's game, because the likes of Bo, the likes of Fallon, they would then go and follow that up with 100 or an 80. That would just keep the control.
Well, yeah, they wouldn't.
60.
They'd keep you thinking about that moment, wouldn't they? Whereas by not following it up, Jade Gofford's kind of allowed Angela to
60.
turn this game back in her favour straight away.
And I'm just looking at the head-to-heads when the players play those big players, the Lisa Ashtons, the Fallon Sherricks, the Bo Greaves, Vinakainen, who is coming up next on this board. Vinakainen against Katie Sheldon. That will be a good clash.
That'll be a real contrast of styles as well.
43.
But there's not too much in regards to positive results against those players, and it's having that moment is great, but it's then backing it up and following it in.
60. $99. 64.
So just taking out a 1-4-1. Bit too much to ask to follow it up with another biggie, but she can leave it handy.
60.
But this is a game of which Jade has thrown first. So the fact Angela down to a finish first tells you that she's completely outscoring her opponent at the moment.
37.
But wayward. Opportunity to steal.
As you said, it would just be for a holder throw, but feel like more, wouldn't it? Can't find the treble 15
24.
to get a dart, so we could still continue with the same theme. Double 4.
Game shot.
And it is pinned, and that means we've had 3 consecutive breaks where the player throwing first hasn't even had a dart at double.
Tell you what, when you're looking at the names going through, we're going to have
100.
quite a stack. Last 32, last 16 onwards. Seems like all the big names avoiding themselves in the early part of the draw, other than Rhiannon O'Sullivan.
Yeah.
81. 60.
Yeah, that should be a good game as well. Dieter Hedman taking on Janine Goff in the last 32.
That's one that
Robin
really
Byrne.
intrigues me, because Janine was a name that stood out for me at the start of the day
Yeah.
as someone, oh, she could be a player to watch, she's got the game. But now, how is she going to fare against one of the names of the sport? I expect her to get through the early rounds when she's
45.
going up against the players that haven't got the consistency, but she's now going up against the WF World Champion.
But it does look like they're performing around the same level as well early on today. So, yeah, as you said, it'd be interesting to see if she can maintain that.
85.
It's safe to say Jade here is playing her
140.
better darts against the throw.
Yeah.
Because that is just 12 darts thrown in the scoring phase, and she's on a double.
Yeah, well, it was a 15 darter against the throw with that 141
100.
to get her first leg. Could better it here. And it's another 15 dart leg. Complete contrast this to Angela Kirkwood's first game. I said every single leg went with throw right to the end. It's the complete opposite. But so watchable, isn't it? Both playing at a really, really good level. And this a much better start on throw. We said when she took out that 141, wasn't able to back it up with her first visit after that, but she has done this time.
100.
The difference between the levels. And if she's going to take that next step, that's what we need to see, and we're seeing it here. Just completely locked in right now.
55.
That first start, just a bit of an issue there. Just blocking up the target.
And it is, of course, winning this game. We've mentioned that they've both already played a game, but it's winning this one that'll get you prize money the first round where that comes into effect, because we don't have the full complement of 128.
60.
It's winning this game that can see you start to make inroads on the order of merit.
And also very important, prize money, when you're looking at these events, there's a lot of expense, there's a lot of commitment that goes into this. You want to start recouping some of that back early. You don't want to be going into event 2, event 3, where you're thinking, I've got all these expenses, I've got nothing coming back right now.
80.
Nah, just awful timing. The dart on the floor there costs Jade the opportunity to leave a finish. Had she just hit a 5, she'd have left the finish.
100.
We've got to be looking at this as 6 darts from here. So looking to make a bit of a dent. Needs to find a treble.
60.
Bullseye.
96.
Gonna see a second 3-figure out for Jade Gofford in this one. It would be for the first holder throw.
74 left. 46. Game shot.
And Angela Kirkwood continues the pattern of this game. And Jade Gofford, as you mentioned earlier, she's looked a lot better against the darts. But that's probably as close as she's got on throw. Certainly up in it, isn't she?
You can get in that horrible habit of trying to read the game, and you almost play the game as a commentator. You play it out in your head, and when you've got the throw, you over-pressurize it, and you sort of relax against the darts. And what a start to the leg again. That pattern is just continuing here. Just plays with so much freedom against the throw.
24.
Remember, having a conversation with Rob Cross, very similar about this, about who throws first, because it doesn't really matter who throws first. It's not really your story to tell, because the
100.
worst thing is if you get to the back end of the leg and you haven't got an opportunity. It doesn't matter who's thrown first, it's irrelevant. And it's just about giving yourself a chance at the back end of the leg, regardless of how you get there. Makes a lot of sense. Sometimes we can try and break things down. Many times you hear a player go, I scored well, but my finishing weren't working, or vice versa. And you end up playing mini games within the game. But this mini game for Jade is superb.
85.
The average against the throw be high 90s.
Well, she'll actually be disappointed if she is able to take it all
45.
away, that she's got the darts in the decider.
Also shows good character, good attributes, good fighting spirit here for Jade when things aren't working out well, to be able to dig in and bring the game back. But she can't bring it back this time, she'll be out.
50.
But Angela Kirkwood giving her a helping hand. Well, it was a leg where she threw a 180 and yet again breaks in 15 darts. 3 consecutive breaks for Jade Gofford in 15 darts have won her 3 legs.
100.
So impressive. And as it's gone on, she has started on her throw better, hasn't she? Not maybe had the same consistency, but it has been better. But
45.
a real opening now for her to push forward, get that first holder throw, and book her spot in the last 32.
I think the big tell is the grouping right now. It means that release is so much more on point at the moment for Jade. The darts staying straighter, no longer getting those wayward ones. When she's missing, it's just high and low, which again means that arm is coming through straight. Right now, she's looking the more settled player. She has the advantage of throw. She's got the advantage on the scoreboard. She's the favourite from here.
$64.
Great first start. Wasn't able to follow it in.
81.
Very little between the pair. Exactly how this game has developed and exactly what you'd have expected before a dart was thrown. Wonderful first start again here for Jade. This time following it in, gets herself down to a finish and asks Angela Kirkwood a big question. A 140 plus required here. That, she just did not want to let go of that. All over the place. Jade has time.
Isn't going to get a dart at tops at the end of this combination, but it's just about setting it up now.
98.
She returns with a really good chance. Angela Kirkwood just has not been able to find it in this leg.
26.
Looks deflated. She'll feel like the race is run now, because Jade has looked pretty clinical when she's had opportunities.
36.
Not this time, but time is something she has on her side. Angela Kirkwood spraying the darts around over the last 6. Needs to find something. Got to come downstairs.
97.
Good presence of mind to leave herself a finish, but is relying on misses.
Already had 2 match darts. Gets it done with the third, though. Jade Gofford through to the last 32, and for the first time in the women's series, she has beaten a former winner of one of these events.